The Wanderers Road Race 2024 coincided with week 9 of my training block. This meant that it was going to be a fast one. The lungs were certainly going to overheat on this one. This is because I had to run my fastest half marathon to benchmark the right training pace and runs for the remaining 5 weeks of my training for a marathon PB. It also meant that there would be less playing around in this race. You see, folks, we can also be serious runners sometimes. I arrived at the race nice and early. I went to check the start to see what was going on there. There was a crowd, but it was a very small one. Then I decided to go for a warm-up. That was a big mistake. By the time I came back, the crowd was big and I had to settle for a spot in the middle of the pack.
Remember, once again, this is 10:21.
The race was mat to mat. For those who don't know, your official time only starts running when you cross the first mat at the start and stops when you cross the last mat at the finish. My experience is that the average back runners tend to start slowly at mat-to-mat races. It takes some time to cross the first mat. Once you start, you have to deal with the traffic that often results in some sort of panic as you try to regain lost seconds or minutes sometimes. That was my story at this race. Starting in the middle of the pack meant I had to play catch up with the sub 145 bus that I had earmarked to be my pacer. I had to weave through traffic trying to get ahead and at least see the sub 145 bus speeding away from me. Yeah, folks,
That was it.
it's burning out here. It's 2 kilometers into it. And this sub 145 is tough. But let's see how we go. I probably won't talk much today because, yeah. While I was trying to distract myself from the long hill between the 7th and the 8.5 kilometer or so, I saw Moses Mfana Gogo.
Sure, Mfana Gogo. Sure.
Immediately after that, we merged with the 5K runners.
Hello, folks! Look who I found! Yeah, we've been at it. I think that's just about 10 kilometers. And the race starts here for me. I'm not too sure about what's lying ahead because that first 10 was burning. It was tough. So let's see the next one. At least there's a slightly long down to breathe. So I'm going to try and get my heart rate down. And then from there, I can step on the gas a bit and see where it takes us. But that's it. 145 is the target. 145. Let's go.
After that long downhill came this brutal but short steep hill in the park. This one reduced me to a walking pace. Even though I put on a brave face, I must say this stretch was the most difficult. I think that stretch started around the 12th kilometer mark and carried on up to about 14.5 to 15k. I had to keep pushing, but the reality was that it was just tough. That last kilometer was tough. 5:18
instead of 4:55. Let's see how it goes. We keep trying.
Then came a chance to redeem some lost pride, to cruise up those gentle hills and those floods.
Captain, my captain. Good on you. Thank you. Last kick of a dying horse.
But I made the mistake of forgetting that there was just one small little bump towards the end. So as I turned left there, I remembered, oh, there is that small little bump. I just had to carry on because I had come flying past a lot of people. I couldn't now be reduced to another walking pace here. So I just had to carry on. But once we got to the traffic circle, it was bring it on kind of vibes as we went through that last 200 to 250 meter stretch.
So folks, the 21 is done, but it was not easy. There was a lot of climbing than I thought there was, if you know what I mean. I did this race last year. I thought I knew the climbs where they were, but today, boy, I saw fire. Anyway, so what ended up happening is my phone and my watch kept telling me 9 seconds ahead, 20 seconds ahead, 1 minute behind, 2 minutes and 50 seconds behind. At that point, I quit checking the time. So I'm not so sure right now whether I made the time or not. And when I crossed the line there, I was just too tired to do the mathematics, the +1 minus 1x equals z. Because I think I started about 4 minutes 50 seconds after the gun went off, because it's mat to mat. So the time on the board wouldn't mean anything until I did some calculations. So we have stopped the watch, we have saved the run. Agatha is going to check how much behind I was. My guess is I came just under 150. So let's see.
158.20.
One what?
Yeah.
It can't be. No, she's wrong. It's 148. There. 148.45.
Okay.
That's where that joke was not funny. I was like, what?
21.27 by the way.
Yeah, I see. Instead of 21.1. So I did an extra 170 meters. Damn, where did I get that? Probably the zigzagging at the beginning, because I started slightly behind and I had to hop from this side to that side to pass people. Anyway, it's a personal best,
Well done.
but it's 3 minutes, 148.45. It's actually exactly 3 minutes, 40 seconds behind my targeted time. So it's back to the drawing board.
Just 3 minutes.
She says it's just 3 minutes. She doesn't know that in runner's talk, 1 second is the difference between a DNF and, and a medal. Yeah. I'm a bit shattered. I'm a bit disappointed. I knew I was behind, but I thought maybe it was a 156, not a 148. Damn. I think the next time I just have to make sure I come and I'm right in front, because that catching up when we started the back kind of destabilizes you, kind of disturbs the whole thing. Because then you speed up at the beginning trying to catch up, then you burn yourself and all that. Anyway, what do you think?
I think you did well.
That's when you know that it was not good. It's like, I think you did well. It's not like, no, that's a great time. What are you talking about? No, it's like, I think you did well. Yeah. Okay, time to go and spot some usual culprits as we walk out. It's time to go home now. And back to the drawing board. Let the sun what us in frame. Is that two? Pick the bag.